Do you want to be somebody secretive? Do you want to be somebody dishonest? Do you want to be somebody who doesn't honor your commitments? Or do you want to be somebody who tells the truth, who honors your commitments, right? Cheating, infidelity, open marriage, broken heart. This is going to be a good one. I mean, not for them, but we're going to talk about betrayal trauma and how to come back from it, and if and when you can. Mended light. Welcome to TherapistReacts Raw, where my producers give me something that I've never seen or read or listened to, and then I just respond to it in real time. So what they're giving me today is I cheated on my wife 3 years ago. She agreed to forgive me if we opened the marriage, but now I live in agony every day. This is from Instagram. Okay, getting good stuff off the gram. So I cheated on my wife 3 years ago. She agreed to forgive me if we opened the marriage, but now I live in agony every day. So basically my wife, 39, found out that I, 41, have been hooking up with a woman I met online who lived 2 hours away. When the woman visited, we checked into a hotel. This went on for 3 months, and we had met a handful of times when my wife caught us. She was waiting in the hotel lobby and saw us coming down from the room. She left me the next day. Yes, that is the proper response. We separated for 8 months, and they were terrible on all of us, especially the children. We started talking about getting back together. My wife thought that since our sex life wasn't enough for me, and that she was sure I will cheat on her again, we might as well open the marriage. I told her no because I've learned from my mistake, but she wouldn't waver. I relented, and we decided she did not to tell each other the when, where, and with whom. Oh, okay. So this isn't open the marriage as in bring someone into the bed with the two of us together. This is open the marriage as in any of us can go anywhere at any time and be with somebody else. So first of all, don't cheat on your partner. If you really feel like you want to be with somebody else, break off the relationship. And that's hard to do. It's hard to break off a relationship. It's hard to get divorced. It's hard to go through all of that. Like it's a big commitment to end the relationship. And so you think, well, maybe I'll end it if I find something better, or maybe I'll end it if this doesn't do the trick or whatever. But the fact is, this comes down to your integrity. This comes down to who do you want to be? Do you want to be somebody secretive? Do you want to be somebody dishonest? Do you want to be somebody who doesn't honor your commitments? Or do you want to be somebody who tells the truth, who honors your commitments, right? And then his wife says, because their sex life wasn't enough, let's open the marriage. It's a big assumption that it comes down to sex, that he was meeting up with this other woman that he met online. Like, yes, were they having sex? Yes. But is that what it was actually about? Odds are probably not. Sometimes yes, but usually it comes down to emotion. It comes down to feeling depressed. It comes down to feeling anxious. It comes down to being filled with self-loathing, being bored. It comes down being afraid, feeling inadequate compared to your spouse and seeking somebody else, right? Or not loving yourself, and the love that your spouse gives you isn't enough, so you try and fill the bucket with, your love bucket with affection from other people. But because you don't love yourself, there's a hole in the bucket and the affection just leaks out the bottom. It's a mistake to assume, it's just you weren't having enough sex or good enough sex with just me, so let's open the marriage. He didn't want to, but she said, let's do it, and so he relented. Hey, light menders, maybe you're overwhelmed with life, the expectations of others, and your responsibilities. It could be that you're not sure how to get your life or your family working the way you want, and you feel powerless to change any of it. We hear you, loud and clear. That's why we've designed a low-cost Mended Light membership site to give you an affordable, self-guided option for trauma recovery, emotional health, and stronger relationships. You'll get access to courses such as Closeness Through Conflict, Connecting with Personality Types, Couples Foundations, Family Councils, Love Languages and Beyond, How to Blend Families, Hope After Divorce, Growing Through Grief, Healthy Dating, Parenting for Personal Worth, Trusting and Restoring Trust, Sexuality, Intimacy and the Higher Self, Anxiety, Sadness and Finding Your Power, Creating the Life You Want, and many more. All of these courses are available or coming soon to the membership site with a new course every month. What's more, every month Alicia and I offer live Q&As with members where we answer your burning questions about trauma recovery, how to have healthy relationships, and how to improve your mental health. And we have a Book of the Month Club, where you can join us as we read, then talk about a different book to help us all along in our growth and healing. And did I mention the giveaways? Every month, we select winners from among our members for free Mended Light merch, gift cards, virtual lunches with Alicia and I, vacations, cruises, and more. Sign up for your Mended Light membership today with no sign-up or cancellation fees. Why wait to heal? Why wait to feel brave and whole? Get started now by clicking below. Now, over 2 years later, we are back to normal on the outside. On the inside, I'm dying a little each day. Every time I see her happy, I wonder if this is just her old bubbly self or if she was thinking of someone. She is a very beautiful woman, and I'm sure she has no problems finding men who want her. Whenever she takes a shower after coming home, whenever she rejects my advances, I think that she has been with someone, and that kills me. I've tried to discuss closing the marriage again, but she shuts these attempts very quickly with the divorce card. Why end the relationship instead of having an affair? Or conversely, if the relationship has issues, or if you have issues personally, why work through those things instead of having an affair? Because there's no mistrust if there's no deceit. There's no devastation if there's not betrayal. So whether or not there were problems in their relationship that he sought to console himself outside the marriage, or there were problems within him that he sought to console himself outside of the marriage, what he created was a shattered foundation, because there's no trust anymore. And then they decided to say, okay, it's an open marriage, but we're not going to discuss the when, where, or with whom. So what we're saying is we're going to have a partnership based on secrecy. Why not tell each other where, when, or with whom? Probably to spare each other's feelings, not make one another jealous, etc., etc. But the fact is, the suspicion, the doubts, the fears, like that all just surfaces, and surfaces hard. Before all this happened, we had amazing sex several times a week, but now we have probably done it 4 to 5 times these past 3 years. She demands I use protection, and she refuses to let me go downtown. He uses a different phrase. I'm going to be gentle about it. She refuses to let me go downtown or bring her to orgasm. I stopped asking because the sex is painfully bad now. I haven't slept with anybody else because the look on my wife's face in that lobby still makes me sick with guilt. I don't know how much more I can take. I love my wife and I want to spend the rest of my life with her. Will she ever stop punishing me? Have you ever forgiven a cheating spouse and stopped punishing them? What's going on in her head? Okay, I can't say exactly what's going on in her head because I'm not her. But when you made the choice to have an affair, as I said just a minute ago, you shattered the foundation of what this relationship was based on. And so now she's been spiraling, looking for something else to base it on. And she believed that her relationship, her marriage was safe. She believed that you were true and faithful. She believed that it was just the two of you, and that's broken now. And so she doesn't know what to replace it with. Why is she still married to you is the question. If she wants to live this way, because it would seem it would be easier to say, okay, this isn't a relationship anymore. Let's just be done. It could be fear out of public perception, saving face. What will people say? It could be financial reasons. It doesn't sound like she's terribly emotionally connected anymore or sees this as a partnership. Have you ever forgiven a cheating spouse and stopped punishing them? Dr. John Gottman talks about 3 phases to healing from betrayal. And we go over these in our Healing from Infidelity course, which you can take in conjunction with working with one of our counselors, one of our specialists. Atonement, attunement, and attachment. Atonement means being fully accountable. It's not just saying I'm sorry, but it's stopping the behavior. It's not just saying I'm sorry, it's not making excuses, rationalizing, justifying, or minimizing. Your partner needs to see that your remorse equals the pain that you've caused, that you're taking it as seriously as they are, because then maybe they can start to believe that it's not going to happen again. During the atonement phase, your spouse needs to be able to talk about their hurt, their anger, their pain, without you shrinking into the discomfort of being in the situation and stopping it and pushing or getting defensive or lashing out. And during that phase, they need to work through the fact that they thought their marriage was safe and discover that it's not. That you were committed and discovered that you weren't. It's traumatic. The look on her face is because she had just experienced a trauma in that hotel lobby. Now from atonement, we go to attunement, but it's important to realize that attunement is just building on atonement. It doesn't mean atonement's done. You keep doing those things. But in attunement, we say, what was going wrong in the relationship or in me personally that led me to be vulnerable to that sort of behavior? Which isn't to say that if we had relationship problems that cheating is justified, because the fact is cheating is a choice. It's choosing to cross a line. And if there's problems in the relationship, you can handle them in a million other ways. But you still look at how can we strengthen our connection? How can we work through the issues that we were having to be in a healthier place? And that is a job for couples therapy very often. It's important to recognize, by the way, forgiving a person is not the same thing as trusting them. We think, once I'm forgiven, I've earned the forgiveness, and then it's all in the past. But that's not what forgiveness is. Forgiveness isn't earned. Forgiveness is given freely. Forgiveness is given because I don't want to hold on to bitterness, anger, hatred, rage, and grief. I want to let it go. And forgiveness is not a one-time thing. It's something you choose over and over and over every time those negative feelings come up. You don't forgive someone because they deserve it. You forgive them so that you can have peace. You forgive to let go. And you can forgive someone, by the way, without letting them back into your life. You can forgive somebody and still be done with the relationship. That's because there's a difference between forgiveness and trust. Trust has to be earned through changed behavior and consistency. That's what trust is. So my advice, will she ever stop punishing me? I don't know. But she still feels the need to punish you, that or she really likes her new lifestyle. You should find out which it is. Because if she really likes her new lifestyle, and that's not a fit for you, then your marriage is over, which sucks. But this is a really painful lesson that you can move forward with and not make the same mistake again and have a healthy relationship in the future with somebody else. However, if she's punishing you, then the question is why? Is it because she needs to punish you to feel better? Is it because she hasn't felt from you enough atonement, enough grief, and enough remorse or changed behavior? You said that you wanted to stop. Well, have you been sleeping with other people? I would have the conversation and say, I haven't been. I'm racked with guilt over what I did. I don't want to be that person. And I understand if what I did ruined this and there's no coming back. And I will regret that for the rest of my life. But I need to know, do you want to have a healthy, committed relationship with me? Just the two of us, because I'm willing to do the work. And if she says no, you got your answer. And if she says yes, bravo, you touched her heart. And she believes that your contrition is real and is ready to move forward. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I want to invite you to check out Sex Fixes Everything, They Said. It's one of our Crap Therapists Say videos where we talk about sometimes therapists don't give the best advice, so we respond to it and give our substitute advice. You can check that out right here. Also, if you need help healing from betrayal trauma and infidelity, I want to invite you to work with a member of our team on that. Go to mendedlight.com and schedule a complimentary 15-minute discovery call to get started on the healing. Have any of you suffered from betrayal trauma? How did it affect you? How did you handle it? How are you managing it? Let us know in the comments below, because we like to learn from you and have everybody learn from each other. Until next time, folks, keep shining, because we need your light.